So the reason why you cannot manifest your desires, well, if you go deeper into manifestation, what you see is that a lot of people will tell you that manifestation means that you imagine something, you have a strong desire, and just somehow the universe brings it to you, which is not how things work. You see, and if you cannot manifest, then realize that manifestation, which is just a fancy word that has come now, means actually making something happen. That's what manifestation is. You go out and you make something happen. There is no other way around it. Ask someone who has done anything significant in their life. What this person will tell you is that they did not create something significant because they were thinking about it and they were imagining it. Although these things help so you stay on the path, the main reason why they could do something is because they took a lot of action. Without taking constant action towards making something happen, it doesn't matter how much you imagine it, it doesn't matter how much you visualize it, it doesn't matter how many affirmations you say. If you actually don't get up and make it happen, nothing will happen. And that's common sense. That's the law of attraction, and all these manifestation things, they're not what they seem like. This doesn't work like that. Like visualizing and thinking about something helps for you to have a clear image of what it is that you want to do in your life. That's all that it does for you. Other than that, it's useless. Everything comes from taking action. Ask any person who has done anything. They've taken a lot of action. No one was sitting around visualizing and then something magical happened. The universe like did it for them. This just doesn't exist, at least not in this reality. Here we need to work for things. No other way around it. We need to actually do the work that it takes in order to make something happen. And there are a lot of things that go into making something happen. Like you need to know how to make it happen. That's the first thing. And even when you see how to make it happen, this doesn't guarantee that you make it happen, you see. So there are no guarantees in this life. Nothing is guaranteed. You could do tons of work and still not achieve something. That's just the reality. So don't think that by visualizing you're doing something. You're not doing anything. Don't think that by desiring something, like having that burning desire that, let's say in the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, he talks about the burning desire and how that attracts things to you. I'm not really sure, correct me if I'm wrong on this book, I read it a long time ago. But still, I remember that the main idea is that if you have a burning desire, you start attracting things to you, which I don't see how that's real. I've tried it. I'm saying this from experience. I've tried all the manifestation techniques. I've tried all the guidelines to follow them, which were laid by different books on these topics, and nothing really worked out. What works is actually doing something, actually making a plan, sticking to that plan, and actually following through, being consistent, being creative. These are the things that actually make something happen, not reading books and visualizing and thinking about it. This doesn't do anything. Unless you take consistent action, nothing will happen. But let's say you are taking consistent action for years and years, and whatever it is, this thing that you want to achieve, you still haven't achieved it after years and years of taking consistent action. And let's say you have even visualized, doesn't really do anything, but let's say you've taken all the action that you can possibly take. You've did everything to the best of your ability. Every single inch that you have within you, you gave it. Every single thing within you. And still, this desire, you couldn't make it happen. Why is that? Why do some people take action for 5 years, consistent action, and they tend to achieve what they want, while others may take action for 20 years and they're still not getting the thing they want? Well, now we must go deeper. We must go into destiny. You see, destiny has the final say of everything. And this is not a negative or pessimistic view of things, because your destiny is for your highest good, which you may not know during this lifetime. You may not know why this is your destiny, but you have to trust it somehow. Somehow you have to trust it, because otherwise you'll be always fighting with reality, which is a guarantee, the only guarantee, that you will be miserable all the time. Because we want to feel good. That's essentially it. We don't necessarily want all the desires to be achieved and everything. We just want to feel at peace. We want to feel satisfied. We want to feel fulfilled. And that's the essence of what we want. But realize that sometimes life provides you with a different path that may be more fulfilling than this other path that you wanted. Now, that's not always true. Sometimes you need to keep pushing. You need to keep working on what it is that you want, and give it everything you've got. Put in all your heart, all your mind, all your soul into your work, and then see where it goes. But the outcome is not really dependent on the input. That's the thing. Because you think more input means more outcome, which is not necessarily true. Like, there are people who have done way less than what you've done, and they've achieved way more than what you've achieved. So it's not only work, it's not only input. Input is not the only thing. You could make a lot of input, like every single day, and still outcome may not come. Why? Why is that so? Destiny. You see, by saying destiny, I don't mean that you never get the thing that you want. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that for now, it's not the destiny. Because if it was the destiny, then you would have it. Like, all these 19 years old and 20 years old, they just, let's say, they somehow became rich. Do you think they have the intelligence of someone who has been on this planet for, let's say, 50 years? Do you think they're more intelligent than that? Like, if you live life long enough, you automatically become smarter and wiser. Why is that wise person not as successful as this 19 years old? I have nothing against 19 years olds. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there is destiny. They stumbled across something, and they then put in the work on this thing, and it was the destiny that they become rich, let's say. And that's not everyone's destiny. Like, money is not everything in this life. Of course, money is important because it gives you flexibility. It gives you the ability to pursue things that you really care about instead of working a job that you hate. And that makes life more fulfilling. Doing things that you believe in, doing things that you care about, things that fulfill you. If you have something like that, then it's totally worth it to put all the work necessary for you to achieve this thing, because this is your fulfillment. So it's totally worth it to go after that. But when will it happen? How will it happen? And how much work you need to put in order to get that outcome? That's something that no one can tell you. You may get an outcome for a while, the desired outcome, and then you may lose it. So, you see, destiny again has the final say, but that doesn't mean that we throw our hands up and don't do anything. We still try our best to make the things that we want. Because if we feel drawn to these actions that we believe will bring the outcome that we want, then if we feel drawn towards that, this means that that is the destiny. Otherwise, you wouldn't feel drawn to it. That's how we know what your destiny is. It's the things you feel drawn to. They are your destiny. And you cannot avoid them. Doesn't matter what you do. Make yourself not want the things you want. Can you do that? I'm sure you can't, because no one can. Make yourself believe into something that you don't believe in. You can't do that. Make yourself dislike the things you like. You can't do that. See? So, all these karmic seeds have been placed within you, and they seek expression. And that's why you feel drawn to certain things and you avoid others. Because if something comes but it doesn't resonate within, then you don't care about it, because it's not a karmic destiny for you to pursue that. But then something else comes and it deeply resonates, not only on an intellectual level but on a heart level. Like, for example, getting rich may be a heart's desire for some people, but it's not for everyone. Other people just want to do something that fulfills them, something that gives them more flexibility over their hours and daily life. It's different for everyone, but there is a difference between desires that you have picked up from society, social media, programming, and there are desires that come authentically from your heart, from your soul. And these are the desires that you need to try to make happen, because they are your destiny. Because without desires, you would just sit here and do nothing. So desires are the driving factor of taking action. So to some extent, Napoleon Hill was right, because you do need desire to manifest things, but it's not desire alone that does that. It's the desire that perpetuates and makes you take action on a certain thing, and that then that action, if it's the destiny, will come to fruition. That's what they miss. If it's the destiny, like there is the great intelligence that created this entire existence has the final say of things. See, it's not your individual will that has the final say, because try it. Try. Can you do everything you want to do based on your free will? Can you make that happen? Or does something just always pop up and stop you? If something is not the destiny to happen, you will be blocked by something, somehow, somewhere. You will be blocked and you will not be able to push through that, because what you need now is not pushing through it, but you need a redirection. You need to reconsider why you have the desires you have. Why are you pursuing the things you're pursuing? Is it just because on an intellectual level you believe like this is what you want, but you're in reality just obsessed with it, and it's not really an authentic desire that you have that will make you more fulfilled? You need to reconsider that, because you see, just because you're doing something right now or you were doing something back then for a while doesn't mean that that's the thing you'll be doing for the rest of your life. And this doesn't mean that it wasn't the destiny for you to do that thing. You needed to do it, but then a shift, a redirection happens. So you need to move with that. You have no other choice anyway. You will move with it, want it or not. This thing that you were doing, you will start losing the spark that you had. You start losing interest. It will become meaningless. And that's how you know a redirection in your life is happening. Because you're losing interest in something that used to fulfill you. That's how you know your destiny is moving. It's shifting. And if you fight that, if you try to keep holding on onto things that you no longer see meaning in them, yeah, it's a sure way to be miserable again. So all we want actually by manifesting, which I don't really believe in manifesting magically. I believe in taking action and making things happen that way. That's just real, you know. But we all want these things because we feel like they will fulfill us. But we don't know. We don't know what will fulfill us. That's the thing. You may think that whatever it is that you're pursuing, when you actually get it, it will fulfill you, but it may not. So what to do? Well, what do you feel attracted to? What do you feel drawn towards? Like there is 100% something in your life that it just pulls you. It pulls you and you're fascinated by it. That's your destiny. Go with that. And if that changes, be open to that. One particular type of work may not be your entire life's work. Like it may be for certain people, they have one singular path, very linear path, and they follow that their entire lives. But there are also other destinies that you do one thing, you learn something in it, then you move forward and you learn something from that. It's like learning experience, gaining experience from different fields, and you may probably use everything you've gained in some future endeavors. So be open to change. Don't close yourself off and think this is the thing for my entire life. If that's how you feel, that's okay. Because if you wouldn't believe that this is your thing, then you wouldn't do it. So that's what you need to believe for this period of your life. But if that changes, be open to that. And remember that your input doesn't always equal the outcome. So you need to work hard and smart, and also be humble about it, because not things are not basically in your hands. Things are in the hands of the divine, we could say. Things are in the hands of life, existence. Whatever existence wants to do through you, it will do that. You cannot stop that. That's why I say you're not really in control of anything, not even yourself, because you feel the pull towards certain things and you cannot change that. So, how much control do you have when it comes to yourself, others, the things you do? You don't really have any control. You feel drawn to things and you do them. And the things you avoid, you just avoid. So there is no personal control in these things. And that's why you haven't manifested the things that you wanted, because it's not the time yet. The time may come. If you feel still drawn to that, there is I forgot the word. Whatever. If you feel drawn to something, there is a possibility that this thing will happen. But if the pull disappears, then let it go. Let it go and do whatever you feel pulled to. And just be open. Don't close yourself off, because sometimes we just stumble across things. We just find ourselves doing something. You don't really choose anything. Things choose you. That's a higher perspective about it. You don't choose anything, not in your personal free will. Things choose you and they pull you. So you have no other choice than to cooperate with that. And if it's the destiny to happen, it will happen. And if you feel like you need to work more, then do that. But again, visualizing, trying to manifest somehow magically will not lead you anywhere. So don't buy into this. I bought into it and I did my best to try to do that, and then I saw that it just doesn't work. The only thing that works is taking action, doing the work, and being humble about it, remembering that the outcome is not in your hands. You can only control the input. If we go deeper, that's also not in your control, but on a more practical level, you can only control your input, the output, and the outcome. That's not really in your control. So don't stress about it. Don't obsess about it. Don't feel like you're a failure just because the outcome is not here. Like, look at the work you've done so far. Look at how far you've come and how many challenges you needed to overcome. That's not nothing. See? So everyone's path is different. That's what I'm trying to point to here. Everyone's path is different. We all have destiny that needs to unfold through us, as us, and we can only cooperate with that. And what will happen, this we let go of because it's not really in our control. The best thing we can do is cooperate with the process of the unfoldment of destiny. So yeah, that's a huge topic. I could talk a lot of hours on that, but I think for now this covers it. If you have any questions regarding this thing, this topic, then leave it down in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you, and keep doing what you need to do. See you in the next one. Bye bye.